Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. This will be the second part of our microservice series, whereby we'll be looking at the features of Spring Cloud and trying to make use of them within our microservice architecture from our previous sessions. So we will start by making use of the distributed configuration management, and then we'll be able to proceed and do service discovery management also. Then we'll be able to see how we can be able to track the request between different microservices, that is from the first service, how it navigates through using the spans and also the span IDs to get track of our service calls within the microservices. And then at the same time, we'll be able to look at how we be doing the different routing, in that we will be exposing just one endpoint, and this feature will be making use of the API gateway, which is provided by Spring Cloud. And then at the same time, we'll be able to make use of circuit breakers to manage the resilience of our projects in regard to whenever we find failures within our application, or maybe one of our services is down and we want to report back instead of throwing exceptions, how we be able to handle those particular exceptions and return custom responses, which will be able to indicate of unsuccessful processing of the different requests. So we'll be making use of the latest Spring Cloud 2023-01 for our implementation. So we get started immediately after this introduction. So that's all that we'll be covering. So we can start with understanding first what is Spring Cloud, which ideally is a tool that provides developers with a mechanism to quickly build some of the common patterns in distributed system. And in this case, we are looking at microservices to do with configuration management, service discovery, circuit breakers, intelligent routing, and also the different tracking that we can be able to do within our microservices. So Spring Cloud provides us with those particular mechanisms. So we'll be making use of each of the features. So the first one that we are going to start with is going to be the distributed configuration management. Then we'll be able to proceed to do service registration and discovery, and then at the same time we'll be able to do routing and service to service calls, and we'll be able to see how then whenever we have more than one service instance running, how can we be able to load balance the different requests within the different available instances. At the same time, whenever one of our instances will be down, we'll be looking at circuit breakers to be able to manage the resilience of the application, and then from there we'll be able to proceed configure distributed messaging using OpenZipkin for tracking all our requests within the services. And then lastly, we'll be able to look at consumer-driven and producer-driven contract testing, which will be able to come at the end of this series. So just be with me, follow, like the videos, and remember to subscribe, share, and comment, and give me feedback so that I can get to know what are your questions, what do you want us to do next, and what will you be looking at. And then lastly, but not least, is going to be the Spring security. We need to implement one of the critical components within our microservices, which is Spring security, and we'll be able to see how we can make use of kicklock service to do the Spring security implementation. And then at the same time, I'll be able to show you how you can be able to configure different profiles in terms of where you want to make use of JWT token generation, where you want to make use of kicklock service as the authorization server, where you need to make use of basic authentication. So how you can be able to configure simple application to be able to manage. You just need to enable a particular profile, and automatically you'll be able to have the different bins exposed, which allows you to manage that particular security mechanism. So that's all that we'll be looking forward to. Let me receive your love by commenting, liking, and sharing the videos, and also the channel at large, so that we can be able to have more members joining us for these sessions. Thank you. Let's get started in the next session.